Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. Had to come with the black screen. You know what I'm saying? Had to come with the all black. Because I feel like this. You guys really need to listen and listen good. At the end of the day, once again, I thank my black brothers and sisters who was on it, who was listening, who heed the warning that I tried to tell you guys about JoJo and Cam Cam, about Jim Crow Joe and the top cop, Scamala Harris. And I'm glad that a lot of y'all wasn't fooled by the BS that they was laying out. And now that, you know, JoJo been president for, over a month now, once again, he's already been caught in lies. He's already reneged on certain things he said he was going to do when it came to the student loans and about, he never promised to do anything about police brutality. But as you guys can see now that he basically wants to, he wants to put up funding for 2,000 more police. And also, in case you guys don't know, now I talked about this about 4 years ago. I keep telling y'all, black people, these next 4 years is going to be crucial. You think you got a fight on your hands with the dude that just got out of office? Well, you really about to have a fight on your hands. Now, at the end of the day, we going to have to really protest. We going to have to start marching, sending letters. We going to have to be very vocal about certain things that's coming our way within the next 4 years. We going to have to be vocal. This is why we need to keep putting these videos out, telling people to stand up and fight for the rights that's owed to us and the rights that we have. I keep telling y'all, Second Amendment rights is going to be really crucial because, like I said, I don't know if you guys know, but Congress is once again having discussions on whether they can pass laws that would enable the police to just randomly come to your house and search your house. Now, this is clearly a violation of privacy. Okay. And we all know if those laws pass, who would they target? Now, what they would do, they would start off with a couple of white people or non-blacks. But then we all know who the main target would be just so we can't say, oh, it's racism and all that stuff, because that's what they do. But then we'll be the main target, just like they've been trying to make black men now the face of domestic violence and other heinous acts, which I'm gonna talk about the global villainization of black men and how they're trying to make us the face of anything evil now, and how everybody is joining forces to basically put that stigma and that label on black men, even our own women. Not all, but some. But this has to be said. I told you, I'm not worried about backlash and people being mad at me. I gives two damns. Because it got to be said. I told y'all JoJo was a white supremacist. And now you guys are seeing it. I wasn't worried about the flack that I took when people were hollering that stuff about give Kamala Harris a chance. She was always a figurehead. She was always a smokescreen. But most people who did research on Kamala Harris already knew that Kamala Harris is anti-black. She is anti-black woman. She is anti-black man. She is not a black woman. She doesn't consider herself black. And I was trying to warn y'all. All that pandering she was doing, talked about she got on Chuck Taylor. She was just trying too hard. But like I said, you had a lot of these dumbass black women and a lot of these dumbass black men, these coons, handkerchief heads, trying to sit up here and guilt trip us into supporting Kamala Harris now. And I'm also gonna get on your former president, uh, uh, Barack too. Man is the ultimate coward, and I'm just gonna keep it 100. So, as I said before, this is your president, JoJo. He wants to get us dead in. And shout out to my homie Tory Rain. It could get to the point where things could go back to the early you know 60s and late 50s, where the police can put a charge on you just for looking at their funny, or you know, talking back. You know, back in the day, the police used to you know, clap you for like looking at them funny. JoJo want to bring that back. Keep in mind that man is 80 years old, almost 80 years old. He pushed 80. He grew up in the Jim Crow era. I mean, y'all just need to stop it. And I laugh because you got dudes like Floyd Mayweather hanging around with his brother and everything. I mean, I'm telling you, Floyd to a certain degree, he could just be real pathetic. And I mean, look at the history of Joe Biden's sons. One of his sons is a pervert. They trying to do us in. And it's just time to start calling out the Democrats as a whole. I keep trying to tell you, the Democrats have never been black people's friends or allies. Never have been. They were started by KKK members. But this is your president. I told y'all. I mean, black people, at the end of the day, you can continue to be in denial all you want. But when you start seeing shit happening to your family members, your loved one, and hopefully not your kids, then you don't understand. The time is to continue to call these dudes out. Keep in mind, JoJo is helping everybody but us. He tried to use black women to go against black men that were skeptic of him and Kamala, trying to make it look like this was a gender thing. And I kept telling black women, we are not against Kamala Harris because she's a black woman. We're against Kamala Harris because of the heinous things she did to black men and black women. That was documented, that you can research, even though a lot of these media outlets try to erase her shady history as a DA and a attorney general. One thing about me, I don't be worried about backlash. Even when I say certain people's names, I don't do it because I'm clout chasing. I'm saying it because some people, they need to be pointed out. I'm not worried about them responding. I don't be worried about none of that stuff. It needs to be said. And like I told y'all, I tried to warn y'all about JoJo. He don't mean us any good. He is who he is. He hasn't changed. Don't you remember that recorded where he flat out said he wasn't going to do anything about police brutality? Has anything changed? Has he called out any of these recent shootings and harassment of black men and black women? Absolutely not, because he doesn't care. I keep telling us we need our own political party, and we need to stop being afraid to use the word black, and we need to once again distance ourselves from that terminology, people of color. Because you finna see in these next couple of videos how that is backfiring on black people, and how once again black people being used, and how a lot of our movements are being hijacked, and how we've been played, being used, and how nobody likes us, and how people are jealous of us, and co-opting our movements. Y'all finna see that in the next string of videos that I'm about to do. This is just real talk. I'm gonna keep saying this until y'all listen. And sometimes our biggest problem is we gonna have to accept defeat and when we're wrong. And that's just all it come down to. Now don't get me wrong, and I'm gonna say this as well. Is there no good black men and women walking around? Absolutely. But are we the root of all evil around the world? Absolutely not. And I'm gonna continue to fight for black men and black women as a whole. Once again, I'm not anti black man. I'm not anti black woman. I am pro black man, pro black women as a whole, as a group. One front. Thank you for listening. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.